at the White House. Another topic the White House is looking to push this week, of course, is the Supreme Court and the nomination of Judge Neil Gorsuch. Joining me now is Washington State Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal. Congresswoman, thank you for being with us. Let's talk about the Gorsuch nomination. Here's what you tweeted after his nomination was announced. As Senator Leahy points out, a SCOTUS nominee was blocked all last year. Now a president who lost the popular vote wants his pick approved. Now let's talk about this. Clearly, Democrats, we heard it yesterday in the Judiciary Committee, they're bitter about what happened with their nominee, Merrick Garland. But does it make sense to you to block this nomination, which is going to happen in the end, by forcing the so-called nuclear option? Shouldn't Democrats save this for a possible next nomination, which could actually affect the balance of the court? Because Gorsuch's nomination doesn't really change what was the balance of the court.
You know, I really think that every single Supreme Court justice is critical to this country, and we need to make sure that there is not an ideological Supreme Court justice, which is why the 60-vote threshold has been so important. And I think Republicans have a real problem here. If they say we're going to, go nuclear and we're going to just go with 51 votes, I think they have to answer to the American people about the kind of court that they're setting up and the kind of justice system that we are really ensuring in this country. I serve on the Judiciary Committee in the House, and I can tell you that we have looked to the Senate to try to keep at least some balance there and to make sure that we are preserving a justice system that really works for everybody. So this isn't just about the fight for Merrick Garland. I think the fight around Merrick Garland comes up because we're sort of ludicrous that, somebody would expect their nominee to go through without any problems, when really the Senate has this incredibly important responsibility to the American people to make sure that they are selecting somebody who answers their questions, something that this nominee did not do. And I think we're going to continue to see resistance, and Republicans are going to have to make sure that they want to move in the direction that they're talking about moving. I think it's a bad move for the American people. We deserve to have a 60-vote threshold, just as we always have done for every other nominee on the Supreme Court.
All right, you also have announced a bill, a College for All Act, on Monday with Senator Bernie Sanders. Tell me about this. What are you looking for, and importantly, how does it get paid for?
Well, we're really excited about this. This is taking on one of the biggest crises for young people and really, frankly, for our economy today. We have $1.3 trillion in college loan debt. Most students, 82% of students who go to public universities and colleges come out with tens of thousands of dollars in debt. They can't have families. They can't get a good job if they're paying off these loans all the time. And they can't get a good job if they don't go to college. So we've put them in this terrible position. We're saying, hey, let's go back to the time when the United States was #1 in the world. We were first in the world for graduating people out of college. This allows us to get back to that time where we invest through a federal-state partnership. We make sure that we are making college tuition-free and fee-free for families earning up to $125,000. That's one big part of the bill. And the second big part of the bill is we restructure student loans and interest rates by cutting interest rates in half and allowing anybody who has existing student loan debt to refinance at that lower rate. This is going to be a boon for people across this country who are deeply struggling with the broken pieces of an American dream that we said was available and then simply don't provide the opportunity for people to go and get affordable college.
All right, we'll watch closely to see how that proceeds. Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal of Washington, good to see you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Ali.